Hi Aries, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So my second reading for you, the first one, the camera batteries went, okay, so I'm just starting all over again, and your reading, and if I remember anything about the last one, but I really just try and let it go and assume that another reading is required, okay. So one card for Aries. Oh, you got the happy card. This is a lovely card. Feeling of freedom. You know, sometimes the happy card is about happiness for no reason. Other times it's for a very certain reason. Yeah. We're with people that we love to be with. We're just feeling good about ourselves. It's going to be different for everyone. So tell me what's going on for the sign of Aries, please. 6 cards. Okay. 7 of Swords behind you. The gift is the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Birthing energy. Very Aries card about the self-directed energy. Maybe birthing something new. The challenge is a 10 of Cups, which is a completion card. Queen of Swords is showing up in your relationship. So this can be an air sign person, or there could be something about communication going on here. The 7 of Swords talks about shadow communication, things not been spoken about, everything that contributes to the shadow qualities of human nature. Tends to talk about unspoken resentments, dialogue. There might be a call to some sort of communication here. Page of Pentacles underneath the Ace of Wands. This can be a young earth sign person, or it can be the birthing of some sort of new course of study. Some sort of new project would be the Ace of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. Lovely combination of cards. They're really fertile, really prosperous in a way, but prosperous in that way to that part of us that really wants to go forward and maybe build something new. The Page of Pentacles always, not always, but very often shows up as the starting of a brand new project. The Ace has now changed into the Page, so something could be taking shape in your life. And it's definitely about self-initiation, this new fire energy. So fire's about inspiration, beautiful energies. Something going on around communication here. It's very funny, a lot of people have pulled the 7 of Swords. And I don't know if it's because there's so much retrograde energy. Retrograde energy asks us to reflect. Reflect, reorganize. And this particularly might be around some sort of emotional situation. It's definitely not about birthing something new. You've got absolutely beautiful energy here. So why is the Queen of Swords showing up? She's an air sign person. In her highest, she is about truth. The truth shall set us free. Okay, so when I talk about the truth, I don't mean flinging our shadow issues onto other people. That is not truth, by the way. You know, sometimes the truth is about personal ownership, that sort of issue. Why is the Queen of Swords showing up here in your relationships, Aries? Okay, the Emperor's there. So this might be about, this is other people. So what's this Queen of Swords doing here? 4 of Swords, the Emperor. Maybe this is about you and the people in your life, because the 10 of Cups is a challenge. The 10 of Cups is the light after the storm, okay? The tarot is not a cliche. It follows universal laws, okay? The rainbow after the storm is obviously about sharing, clarity, but it is a challenge. And I think for some of you, there's a little bit of detachment in your relationships with other people. There might have to be some sort of conversation here. And I'm looking at the outcome. So you've already got the Hermit. The Hermit is about reflection, going within, trying to seek that truth, okay? What is going on here? I think the Happy card is going to be around this energy. This is definitely about a desire to either start something new, or it's with a young, particularly an earth sign person, but I can't help feeling this is about you. Maybe you're starting some new project. What month is it? Mid-August, okay. Tends to be more September, but maybe you're just getting ready for it. There's a bit of detachment in your emotional relationships here. The Queen of Swords can be, because quite often she is the Queen of Truth, okay? She shines this light on situations, and that might be causing a little bit of disturbance in this Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups a challenge, please? One card. Yeah, the Four of Swords keeps appearing. Appeared there and appeared there, which again is a card of retreat and reflection. And you've got the Hermit here. So there's definitely something in your relational world, Aries, that's calling you to go a little bit inwards, to do some soul gazing, maybe to get some truth by the looks of it, because the Queen of Swords, you might be approaching the Queen of Swords for clarity, some sort of thing like that, or she could just mean people in your relational world are a little bit detached, okay? And that's where the Ten of Cups is the challenge. So the Seven of Swords, again, there's an unspoken energy with the Seven of Swords. Some of you are considering this new future, yeah? But you're not walking through the gateway yet. You've got a part of you in the past and a part of you in the future. So this is definitely this initiation energy. But I'm wondering if part of the Seven of Swords energy is actually more about something that seems to be going on in a relationship dynamic. So relationships don't always have to be one-to-one. They can be in a work situation. They can be sort of something like that. And then the outcome is the Hermit. So you very, very much are in a period of either desiring to be in a self-reflective mode, or because other people are showing up, they're the ones that are needing to rest, pulling their energy back, which is leaving you in the Hermit. Can you give me a bit more guidance for Aries, please? Yeah, Five of Discs. The Five of Discs in my tarot more shows up as a division between you and someone else, rather than, it can obviously be about financial lack, which is great because something new is starting, but I can't help feeling there's some sort of division in your relational world, because the Five of Discs is obviously a card of separation, look, but someone's walking forward, they're putting their hat in the light. So they're trying to bridge the gap between you and them, or you're desiring to bridge a gap. Particularly, the Ten of Cups is about relationships. It's notoriously called the Happy Family card, but that's got such a broad definition. But maybe there's some sort of unspoken communication. You know when something's ready to be resolved, Aries, because you can't get it out of your mind, okay? Really, that is when something is coming up from the Shadowlands and looking to be resolved in your external world. Life does not make mistakes, okay? Sometimes when I do readings with people, I always get them to tell me exactly what's going on in their minds, okay? And when I look at their astrology, there tends to be transits that are happening that are pushing for some sort of resolve here. And I'm not saying everything's going to happen that way, just like that. But there's definitely some unspoken energy in your relationships. The Five of Pentacles, again, might be a little bit of worry over finances, especially if you've been starting something new, or you've been you're initiating something new to help you with your feelings of lack, of needing more finances. But I cannot help feeling this is relational. And I am going to talk about your last reading, because it was the Queen of Cups is walking towards the Empress, which I was quite blown away by. Nothing was totally being resolved right away, but there was a feeling of bridging a gap between you and someone else. But this is particularly around the Ten of Cups. Anything else that I think... Tell me more about what wants to be bridged for Aries. The Ten of Cups, again, is about housing, family, extended family, spiritual family, whatever that means to you. Yeah, there's the Queen of Cups again. So the Queen of Cups walks forward. She's got a golden gown. So because she's got this gown, she's gone through a huge alchemic process. So she's got this energy and she goes forward trying to bridge gaps because she's offering the Grail. So the Grail, again, is what everyone seeks. The heart, forgiveness, something like that. So there's work to be done on relationships here, Aries. And I think I might be reading for a couple of... Yeah, there you go. There's the Empress. This is what showed up in your last reading. And I think it's might be something to do with family, something to do with housing, and something to do with having to bridge a gap between you and someone else. There's a division here. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, always cards about something that needs to be brought in to the light. And the light is just about consciousness. And that's what brings things out of the shadows. But I'm not saying that pure clarity is going to come through, because even after all this, you're going back into the Hermit. I got to the Hermit's about Virgo. It's about consideration, looking at your part in a situation, considering where you've been and considering what the future is. There's an awful lot of love here and tradition, but there seems to be a bridging of a gap that's required, Aries, okay? Very, very similar, almost identical reading, by the way. This might only be for one person, and if you get your reading, then that's enough for me. Loads of love, Aries. Speak to you next week. Bye.